My fellow Americans, how do we like that for an intro? We'll hopefully get into the swing of this. I don't know how many of you have seen the drama that's been going on X over the last couple of days about the H-1B, or actually just about immigrant working visas, but particularly the H-1 program. And I just want to state one thing as clear as I can to our lefty friends. No, this is not a civil war. No, you did not warn us. No, we are not bound for a messy breakup or anything like that. This is what normal, robust political discourse looks like. That's all. We understand you've been shielded from this for so long, which is why it's quite foreign to you, but no, this is all quite normal, and we will all come to a solution together. And in that spirit, I have a plan to solve the H-1B visa problem because, let's be honest, it is a problem. These people are brought here under, quite frankly, not so great circumstances. They are exploited brought over here to, in many, many cases, and I suspect everybody knows about the Disney incident, replace American workers simply because it is financial. They're not high-skilled or specially skilled or anything like that. They are just cheap labor. They just happen to be lawful cheap labor. So in the spirit of not just complaining about a problem, but wanting to propose some solution items, this is how I would reform this program. We do want the best and brightest. We absolutely do want the best and brightest minds working here in the United States, but there has to be an investment. There has to be some skin in the game on the people that are sponsoring them. So this is what I am proposing. Number one, they have to be direct employees. They cannot be employed by a staffing agency or anything like that. If you want to bring them over, you got to hire them. They got to be on your payroll, and you are responsible for them, which means no job switching. H-1s right now, they get that visa. They can actually switch jobs, but no. If you find that talent and you bring them over, well, they still work for you, and I think they really need to understand that. Okay, now the big stuff. $1 million in immigration insurance. This is in case this person does come over here, they work for a little bit, and then they skip town hoping to just stay in the country illegally. No, that $1 million is so INS and Tom Homan can go find them and permanently deport them. Then, of course, the employer is responsible for all of their transportation costs to and from the United States. This is pretty much the case now, so I don't think that's a particularly long stretch. In terms of payment, the employer is responsible for all federal taxes and FICA, as long as the income tax and IRS exist, of course. So yeah, no employer-employee contribution. It is all paid by the employer. So whatever price is negotiated with this person, they get all of that money. Yeah, so the employer is responsible for everything. The employer must provide full coverage, no deductible health care. I know a lot of people are saying, well, why should they get better health care? It's not about that. It's about making sure that they are covered for every incident and are not a burden on the emergency rooms or anything like that. Must be paid for by the employer. They also have to provide a very high amount, $10 million, let's say, of liability insurance. Person comes over, causes mayhem and havoc or some other more tragic incidents. Yes, there needs to be coverage for that. These policies aren't that expensive, not a very high burden. However, when it comes to their family, they will be allowed to bring non-working dependents over. That is fine, but non-working dependents, they cannot get jobs themselves. Also, children born here while they are working under this specialized scheme are not U.S. citizens. There you go. Put it in the law, and let's not even debate that. Also, while they're working under this particular scheme, they cannot own land. I know this might be a touchy subject, but I think that would be the best way to work this out. And then the coup de grace, a tariff. Yes, a tariff on importing the foreign labor of, I'm just going to throw out 50%, but it's a detail that we can argue about later. All that, if the company genuinely finds that talent and are willing to go through all of this, yes, absolutely bring them over here, and I hope it works out. I hope they make you millions and millions of dollars, because yes, the way, Elon Musk talks about this, if they find that chemist over in Vietnam who has a technique that might give them 1%, 2% extra capacity in the batteries, it's worth it to Tesla, and might as well bring them over and let them try. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. No harm, no foul. So for this investment that this company is going to make in this talent, the deal is we will approve these visas within 1 week. Yes, I mean it. If the company is willing to put up all of this, if they have genuinely found that really high-skilled, unique individual, we want them over here, and we want them over here fast. And I think a week is more than capable. Let's give that a try instead of what we're doing now. You know I'm right. So you'll see me in the next one.